from KatsSouthernCharms, and we are going to add our wrap to this beautiful marble tray. You remember I did this? So now it's time to add this. I had to cut it down because this tray is not as wide as I was led to believe that it was. So these wraps that we get, let me show you one here. Not that one. Not that one. These wraps that we get are super wide. You see that? And I thought the tray that I got would fit these wraps. So, remember I told you guys that I invest and I use a very good fabric scissor? These cut, they're heavy and they cut so well that it makes cutting these so much easier. So I have it cut, and y'all, I'm learning with you because this is the first one I've ever done. Here's my little extra pieces I'm gonna put to the side. I may find another use for them, but oh my goodness, y'all. I am nervous about this because I want it to work. And this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna, well, maybe, all right, I can use it this way or back and forth that way. All right, so these come in some of our resin kits. It's like a spreader, so if you're doing a canvas and you're doing a top coat, you can evenly spread your resin. Just makes life much easier, and it's plastic, so, and you can see there's some resin left on this, and it just pops right off. So that's another plus, but we're not doing any resin right with this. No resin required, because, and I don't know about this. I know it pulls apart. It has a backing. Oh, there we go. Y'all, this is gonna be the hardest part. Okay. So, it has the backing. And I think when we squeegee this down, this is supposed to pull off the top too. I don't know. We're gonna learn together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this back so I don't have the whole thing to go down at one time. I wanna do this in sections, and I really should have marked on here where I want the beginning, because y'all know I am OCD when it comes to, and I'm just gonna use this little pencil, symmetrical. I want it lined up right. So, there we go. I have my little mark so I know where to begin. But I'm gonna pull it apart and I'm gonna fold this down so I can do little sections at a time and use my squeegee to work as I pull the backing as we go. So, y'all, okay, we can do this. We got it, right? All right, there's no going back now. It sticks really good. So I don't want, let me push that down just so I can get this lined up and started. All right, I think we're good. And I wanna just peel back, and I wanna use the squeegee, y'all. All right, you know, it's like just pulling Nike. What do I tell you guys? And this is gonna help work any bubbles out too, because I'm pushing as I go, right? So I'm gonna pull a little more back, and we're gonna just work our way down. Oh, y'all, it's not lined up right. So let's see what happens. up. Look, see, that's what I meant. The top comes off. See that? All right. So I just gotta keep working it. And if we have, I'm gonna have to cut these or it doesn't line up right. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a blade and cut. That's all I can do, y'all. See right there? There's a little piece. That's alright. That's alright, this is a test. Bad. Guess what though? It's off center. That's alright. Let's see if I can get this started. This is really essentially a transfer, and I'm sorry you can't see. I'm just working with my nail to try to get this top plastic piece started. Oh. Alright. So there we go. So you see what it did? Essentially it's a transfer piece. It has a backing that protects the sticky side, and these will allow some of your underneath design to show through. So when I start pulling this, I want to be careful, and that's why we use the squeegee to make sure that all of this design has transferred. And I have some issues here I'll have to deal with inside the tray here. I'll cut this and I'll press it down so I don't have those bubbles. But so we're pulling the clear off the transfer that's on the paper. So there we go. So it's all transferred to my piece. And I will go through and make sure that all the edges are adhered. So when I pour, because I am going to put a top coat of resin over this, so when I pour my resin, I don't have any places where it can get up underneath. But that's essentially all, y'all. And you see, it's off center. It's gonna drive me insane. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I'll figure something out. But that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually kind of easy. I see a few little bubble areas that I need to press down and work on. But once I put my top coat on, you're really not going to see that. So I'm not too worried about that. But, y'all, we did it! What do you think? Is this something you're going to give it a try now? I feel more confident now that I've done it and I understand how it works. I definitely feel like I need to have a marker here, not just where I started, to make sure that things stay on the center. And because this is a clear transfer piece on here, I think we would be okay to draw a center line with a ruler. Like with this, I could take and just draw a pencil line through the center of this, put a ruler there, draw a straight line, and then that will help me stay guided and centered when I'm putting it in to a tray like this. Now, if you decide to put it on, let's say, maybe you decide to put this in a canvas and you want to make a canvas piece with maybe some other little cowboy stuff around or some, you know, cow stuff Or maybe you just want to do like a marbled pink background for this to sit on. Whatever. Then you don't have to worry about it, right? You could just line up your center pieces, your corner pieces, where you want to start, and there you go from there. That's a cute idea to do too. Or just put it on the front of a canvas. Put it square like that, or you can make it rectangle like a diamond and decorate the canvas with complementary colors. So there's a lot of ideas with these, y'all, that I'm gonna have to try. But I'm kind of pleased with this. It's a lot easier than I thought. We'll have to work on our OCD geometric square and everything up. But that's all for this one, y'all. Comment below. Is this easier than you thought it would be? Is it something that you feel more confident trying now that you've seen it? Do you understand better how this works? Because I wasn't real sure myself. And actually, we could take some of these leftovers and, oh, that's an idea. We could put on the inside of the tray to line those up. And we have our bottom that I cut off. And can do the same thing on the bottom. I think that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. Huh. I'm glad I thought about that. What do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna go finish messing all this, and I will put a picture at the end when it's finished, because the next step for me is I'm just gonna pour a thin layer of resin in here to protect everything, keep it safe, make everything pop even more, because you know resin makes it pop. And the question is, do I add my sparkle to this, or do I just leave it clear? Tell me below. What is your guess? Stop the video right now, comment below. Do you think I'm gonna add sparkle or just do clear with no sparkle? Vote on that, and let's see if you're correct at the end. Anyway, make sure you do all the YouTubey stuff, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment below what you think is gonna happen, and I will be back momentarily to show you the final piece. Stay tuned to find out if you're right or if you are off on this one. See you in a few. Hey y'all, we're back. I poured my resin, but I also added something really cute. I have these iridescent marbles. Aren't they adorable, y'all? And the colors, you see all the fire that pops up in them. So I added just some white ones along the side here. And I think in the sun, and you can see when it catches the light, fire pops off in these little marbles to give it an iridescent little glow. So, we have our piece complete. If you guessed that I added sparkles, you were wrong this time. I actually just left it clear, so I could see all the details on the cute little gnomes and these little marbles. So, there's our finished piece. What do you think? Is this something that you feel more comfortable trying now? Because I can tell you, I really want to do this on a canvas. And what I'll do is I really like that cow, the Highland cows. Aren't they beautiful? And I love the colors. They're like spring colors in that one that I showed you. So I'll probably do pink, orange, white, some pastel green coloring on a canvas, and then let all that cure and place my wrap probably in a diagonal shape. I like the way the diagonal look. So tell me, if you're doing it on a canvas, would you do it straight up square with across the center, Or would you turn it and do it diagonal so it looks like a diamond shape to hang on a wall for decor? But I'm going to add that into one of my next projects because I really like how this works. I was impressed with it. I learned some things. Like I said, this is the first time that I tried it. I think this is probably the first time y'all have ever seen me nervous doing something. But we all get nervous, especially when we're trying new things, because we don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm glad this turned out so well. I'm very happy with it. We'll see if my granddaughter pulls dibs on it. But y'all get first grabs. If you want this tray for yourself, I will put it, if you click the word products on the film, or if you look in the description, I'll link it there too. But if you want to try this for yourself, I will link everything that I use like I always do down in the description. You can just click the link, go straight to it, buy it for yourself, and try this yourself. Remember what I always say, especially when we're trying new things. Give your own self the same grace that you give to others, because you deserve that grace too. So until next time, guys, happy arting. Make sure you do all the YouTubey things, because we have really fun projects coming up. Until next time, y'all have a great one. Happy arting. Ta-ta for now.